Have you ever wondered why some people just don't like you, even though you've done nothing to them? It's one of the most confusing feelings in the world. But here's what I've learned after studying human behavior for years. When someone hates you for no reason, it's almost never about you. It's about what you represent to them. And the crazy part? These people follow the exact same patterns. Let me show you what I mean. You know that feeling when someone's cold to you and you have no idea why? Maybe they ignore you in group settings, or they give you that look like you've done something wrong. So you replay every conversation in your head. You try to figure out what you did, but sometimes there's nothing to figure out because their dislike isn't logical, it's emotional. And once you understand the psychology behind it, everything makes sense. Okay, first behavior. This one's sneaky. They'll criticize you for the exact things they secretly wish they had. You're confident? They call you full of yourself. You're quiet and thoughtful? They say you're stuck up. You set healthy boundaries? Suddenly you're difficult. Psychologists call this reactive devaluation. Basically, your presence makes them uncomfortable, not because of what you do, just because of who you are. So their brain protects them by twisting your qualities into flaws. They don't even realize they're doing it. It happens automatically, under the surface. So next time someone calls you too much, ask yourself this: am I really the problem here? Or am I just reminding them of everything they're not? All right, second behavior. This one's harder to spot. These people won't confront you directly. They won't argue or make a scene. Instead, they undermine you in tiny, quiet ways. They forget to add you to the group chat. They talk over you in meetings. They give you the silent treatment, then act like you're imagining it. It's called relational aggression, and it's designed to make you feel crazy, because when you can't prove it, you start doubting yourself. But here's what's really happening. You threaten something in them: status, control, comfort, so they push you out without ever saying why. The truth is, the calmer you stay, the more it bothers them, because your peace is proof that their games don't work. Third behavior, and this one's a dead giveaway. Ask them why they don't like you. They won't have a real answer. They'll say stuff like, "I don't know, just a vibe," or "something about you rubs me the wrong way," or my personal favorite, "I can't explain it." That's because they felt the dislike first. Then they tried to come up with a reason after. Psychologists call this affective reasoning, emotion before logic. And because the real reason is usually jealousy or insecurity, they keep it vague, because admitting the truth would mean facing themselves. So remember this: if someone can't tell you why they don't like you, it's because the answer would expose them, not you. Fourth behavior. This one's really telling. Some people are only cold to you when there's an audience. When you're alone, they're fine, maybe even friendly. But the second someone else walks in, they switch. Suddenly, you're the bad guy. This is called social positioning. They're not reacting to you, they're performing for someone else. Hating you makes them look good in front of the person they're trying to impress. It's all about validation. They don't have a solid sense of self, so they shape their emotions based on who's watching. Once you see this pattern, everything clicks. It was never about you, it was always about them. Fifth and final behavior. This one runs deep. Some people hate you simply because you're real. You don't fake it. You don't pretend to be someone you're not, and that makes them deeply uncomfortable. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your authenticity highlights their mask. Carl Rogers, a famous psychologist, called this incongruence. When someone's disconnected from their true self, they feel threatened by people who aren't. Your ease becomes their mirror, and they hate what they see, so they label you. But really, they're saying, "You remind me of the person I'm too scared to be." And honestly, that's not your weight to carry. Look, here's the reality. Not everyone's going to like you. And that's not a bad thing. Actually, it's a filter. The people who dislike you for no reason, they're showing you where you don't belong. Their discomfort is information. It tells you who's not your people.
Psychology teaches us that rejection isn't always personal. Sometimes it's projection. Sometimes it's insecurity. Sometimes it's just two people on completely different wavelengths. And when you stop trying to win over people who'll never really see you, something shifts inside. You stop performing. You stop shrinking yourself. You start trusting your own voice again. So let me ask you something. What if being disliked by the wrong people is actually proof you're doing something right? If this helped you see things differently, go ahead and subscribe. We're here to help you understand your mind and trust yourself a little more.